Hey y'all, and welcome to Trinity Trees, where this super custom dual slalom track was built by Fabien Steinberg and the SilverStar bike park crew. It's an awesome spot, beautiful location here in the flowers. The riders are loving the course, so let's jump in and see what bikes they're riding today. We've got Mr. Polygon himself, Fabien Couscous, you might just call him Couscous, but why are you running the dually today? I saw a little hardtail sitting over there.
It's because the course is really fast and blown at the end, so I think hardtail are really good when it's super smooth, but because this series has been kind of a bit of a secret, no one knew what was happening, so have a hardtail brought it, but in the end, for sure, I think full suspension is a go.
See, did you change anything on your bike once you kind of decided you were riding it, or just enduro setup?
I pump up my suspension as hard as I could, pretty much. Kind of tilt the saddle a little bit more slack because, you know, like on those rollers, you get like off the bike all the time, so you don't want to get hooked. But apart from that, it's exactly the same bike I run at the Enduro. So 140 mil of travel, 29er. I did my best ever result on dual slalom on the 29, so who knows? We
got McKay Vaughn here. You might know that from the Vesna Trophy. Apparently it's a hockey thing.
Yeah.
So what's this bike all about? I think I heard you say that you've ridden it today for the first time this year?
Yeah. I've always wanted to race slalom, but never really gotten the opportunity to. So when we heard about this Crankworx thing, I was able to get the team to send me up one of these kind of custom anthems that they set up for the slalom racing, and yeah, it's super fun. It's a little short travel, 120 in the rear, 140 in the front, and it rips.
So what makes a dual slalom bike a dual slalom bike?
What makes a dual slalom bike a dual slalom bike? It needs to be light, low, and a little long for me. I like that, just makes it a little more natural. Basically, they're just short travel, slack head angle, ripping machines. They're really, really fun to ride, and they're pretty much only good for this. Like, you wouldn't want to take this on your everyday trail ride, but yeah, they're so much fun. I'm loving it.
So we're here with Fabien Steinberg, and he built this course. Did you have help building the course, or was this all you?
Yeah, no, the SilverStar crew helped me a ton. They had the machine in here, and I was pretty much just doing all the handwork and kind of guiding of where I thought it should go. So super thankful that they let me kind of take lead on this, and they killed it, and I'm pretty stoked to see everybody riding it now.
And what's going on with your dual slalom bike here? I'm digging the no paint job.
It's like XXL front triangle with a super short rear triangle, and it's actually a mullet setup with 26 in the back and 27.5 in the front. It's 100 mil travel, so it's nice and snappy. Should be good for this track.
That's pretty cool. That's one of the more custom bikes I've seen so far. What else about it makes it like such a sick dual slalom bike?
I feel like mainly just the long front end and short rear end. That's a key one for sure. Like, you've got to be able to be comfortable on it, but still be able to make it around those tight turns. And then the tire combo is key as well. The DHF in the front, keep it nice and aggressive.
Next up, we're gonna check out Reese Werner's dual slalom bike here. He placed third in the Enduro the other day, so that's pretty freaking awesome, man. What about this bike makes it dual slalom worthy?
Quite a bit of stuff. It's kind of a fully custom bike. It's like the first generation of the Kona process, and this one's 111, so it's got much less travel than our Enduro race bikes, and comes stock 29, but we put 27 wheels on it just to whip around corners a bit better. It's got DH cassette and drivetrain, level ultimate brakes, NV, Chris King, everything. It's a bit of a rocket for sure. Hope I can do it justice.
How many PSIs do you run in your suspension? Probably just as many as you can.
Pretty like similar to normal, like not too much more, like about 100 kind of, and like I actually forget what's in the shock, but just compression, like ramp up compression quite a bit for this, just because it's really quick hits. You don't want to blow through all your travel on that rhythm section. So
what's this bike you're rocking here? It's different than your Enduro bike, so what's it?
So we got the Canyon Neuron. It's like a all mountain trail bike. We just swapped out the Eagle for a 7-speed downhill cassette and took the dropper post out, pumped the tires and suspension up, and yeah, seems sweet.
Nice. I see you got like a bit of a higher rise bar there. Is that something you do usually, or is that dual slalom setup?
No, that's normal. But also I just wanted to keep the bike to feel as similar as I could going down. Just something I'm familiar with, and yeah.
Totally. Just be comfy at home.
Exactly.
What size bike are you rocking?
This is a large.
Nice.
Yeah.
Large, long. Is it not
large, long,
too big for the turns, would you say?
No, I think it's pretty good. Maybe there's one tight left-hander that's a bit tight in, but other than that, seems good. Yeah, nice and stable in the fast stuff.
So joining us now, we've got Jacob Jewett, part of the Canyon Collective crew, and one of only 2 junior male racers out here. So can you run us through your dual slalom bike, Jacob?
Yeah, so this is my Canyon Stitch. I've fully converted it for dual slalom here. So I've got front brake now, I'm running the codes for that, and I put on knobbier tires. So I got a DHF in the front and a DHR2 in the back. Also got a 5-speed cassette in the rear. Then we got the mallet, DH pedals, DT Swiss wheels, DT Swiss hubs, Ergon grips, and the Silver Pike up front. She rips.
As an outsider, I look at this event and I'm like, this is definitely for you. This is where you're gonna shine. Are you enjoying the course so far?
Yeah, so I came from BMX, so obviously it's one of my favorite events at Crankworx. I'm looking to hopefully do well here today and yeah, see what happens.
Nice. I like your black bike here. What's going on? How is it different than your Enduro setup?
Plenty different to my Enduro setup. This is the Thunderbolt. So it's a 140, 27.5 bike. And then I have a couple like mods where I basically like put on a downhill cassette, some downhill tires. And then I also have an offset bushing in the shock to just lower the bike down a little bit more so I can get a bit more corner grip and everything. And yeah, it's really sick. It took me a few runs to kind of get it dialed in because I basically haven't ridden this bike at all other than at the dirt jumps like once or twice. So yeah, I think we've now got it to a pretty good position and I'm stoked to go race. That course is really fun.
I always find it really cool to see riders on the same race course but with very different equipment. So I'm excited. What bikes are going to make it on the podium today?